Have you ever wondered if someone secretly thinks about you all the time? Maybe they don't openly express their feelings, but their actions tell a different story. Love and attraction aren't always spoken out loud. Sometimes they show up in the little things, the subtle gestures, and the way someone behaves around you. When a person is constantly thinking about you, they unknowingly reveal it through their words, actions, and even body language. Understanding these signs can help you see beyond what's being said and recognize the true emotions someone has for you. Whether it's the way they respond to your messages instantly, how they find excuses to be near you, or how they remember even the smallest details about you, each sign is a piece of the puzzle. Sometimes they might not even realize they're doing these things. It's just a natural reaction when someone holds a special place in their heart. It's also important to note that not everyone expresses their feelings in the same way. Some people are more open and direct, while others are shy or hesitant to admit their emotions. That's why paying attention to their subtle behaviors can give you the clarity you need. If you're trying to figure out whether someone has feelings for you, these signs can reveal more than words ever could. In this article, we'll explore 12 key signs that prove someone can't stop thinking about you. From the way they react to your presence to how they engage with you even when you're not around, these signs will help you decode their true feelings. If you recognize several of these behaviors in someone, chances are you're on their mind far more than you think. So, if you've been curious about whether someone secretly likes you, keep reading. You might just find the confirmation you've been looking for. 1. He constantly checks your social media. When someone can't stop thinking about you, one of the biggest signs is their constant urge to check your social media. They might not always interact with your posts, but they are there, scrolling through your pictures, reading your captions, and watching your stories. It becomes an unconscious habit for them to open your profile multiple times a day, just to see if there's anything new. Even if they don't comment or like, they are silently keeping up with your life. They might be curious about what you're doing, who you're with, and what kind of mood you're in. If you post something happy, it might make their day better. If you post something sad or emotional, they may wonder what's wrong and feel the urge to reach out. Their interest in your social media is more than just casual scrolling. It's a reflection of their thoughts being occupied by you. They may even revisit old posts, looking at your pictures from months ago, just to feel closer to you. They might also be the first to view your stories, even if they don't say anything. They pay attention to the small details, like your choice of words, the music in the background, or the places you visit. Sometimes they might drop subtle hints that they've been keeping track of your updates, mentioning something you posted in a casual conversation. Their social media behavior reveals how much space you take up in their mind. Even if they try to hide their feelings, their actions say it all. Checking your social media constantly isn't just a habit. It's a sign that they are deeply interested in you, even if they aren't ready to admit it yet. 2. He texts or calls you randomly. When someone can't stop thinking about you, they find reasons to reach out, even when there's nothing specific to talk about. They might send you a random text, asking about your day, sharing a funny meme, or just saying something out of the blue. These messages may seem casual, but deep down, they are a way to keep the conversation going because they enjoy talking to you. They don't want too much time to pass without hearing from you, so even the smallest excuse is enough for them to reach out. Their calls might not always have a purpose either. Sometimes they just want to hear your voice, even if it's just for a few minutes. They might call you pretending they need help with something, or just to share an interesting story. But in reality, they are thinking about you and want to feel connected. If they call you late at night or at unexpected times, it could mean you're on their mind more often than they admit. These random texts and calls aren't just a coincidence. They reflect their desire to be a part of your daily life. If they initiate conversations, even when there's no real reason, it shows they enjoy your presence and want to build a stronger bond. They might not always express their feelings directly, but their actions reveal their interest. The more effort they put into reaching out, the clearer it becomes that they are thinking about you constantly. Whether it's a simple good morning text or a late night call, every little message is a sign that you are always on their mind and they can't help but stay connected. 3. He remembers small details about you. When someone truly cares about you and can't stop thinking about you, they remember even the smallest details about you. It's not just about the big things like your birthday or favorite color. It's the little things that most people overlook. They remember how you like your coffee, the way your eyes light up when you talk about something you love, or that random story you told them weeks ago. These details might seem insignificant, but to them, they matter because you matter. They might recall a song you once mentioned in passing and send it to you, saying it reminded them of you. They might remember that you don't like pineapples on your pizza or that you always order a particular dish at your favorite restaurant. When you're having a bad day, they somehow know exactly what to say or do to cheer you up. It's because they've been paying attention, not just hearing you, but actually listening and holding on to those little pieces of information about you. Sometimes they'll surprise you by bringing up something you forgot you even told them. You might wonder how they remember such small things. But the truth is, when someone constantly thinks about you, your words and actions leave an impression on them. Even if they don't express their feelings openly, their ability to recall tiny details about you is a strong sign that you're always on their mind. When a person genuinely cares, every little thing about you becomes important to them, proving that their thoughts are filled with you, even when you're not around. 4. He brings you up in conversations with others. When someone can't stop thinking about you, they naturally bring you up in conversations with others, even when they don't realize it. Your name slips into discussions effortlessly because you're constantly on their mind. Whether they're talking to their friends, family, or colleagues, they find ways to mention you, share something you said, or talk about an experience they had with you. It's not forced, it just happens because their thoughts are so occupied with you that bringing you up feels natural. They might recall a funny joke you made, a story you shared, or even something as small as your favorite food or hobby. Their friends might start noticing and teasing them, saying things like, "You always talk about them." This happens because when someone admires or cares about you, they can't help but let it show through their words. Even in unrelated conversations, they might unconsciously compare things to you, or wonder what you would think about a certain topic. Sometimes they bring you up intentionally, wanting to hear what others think about you, or just to feel closer to you in your absence. If they're interested in you romantically, they might ask mutual friends about you, wanting to know more about your interests, your past, or what makes you happy. It's their way of keeping you present in their life, even when you're not around. The more they talk about you, the clearer it becomes that you have taken a special place in their heart and mind. 5. He finds excuses to be around you. When someone can't stop thinking about you, they will always find reasons to be around you, no matter how small or random those reasons may seem. They might suddenly take an interest in places you go, activities you like, or events you attend, just so they have a chance to be near you. It's not always obvious, but if you pay attention, you'll notice that their presence isn't just a coincidence. They may casually say, "Oh, I was just in the area," when in reality, they made an effort to be where you are. If you mention needing help with something, they're the first to offer, even if it's something minor. Whether it's joining the same club, taking the same route home, or even showing up at a cafe they know you like, they'll subtly place themselves in situations where they can see you. Even in group settings, they find ways to sit next to you, start conversations, or stick around longer than necessary. They might pretend to need advice on something they know you're good at, or ask for help just to extend the time they get to spend with you. It's their way of creating moments together, even when there's no official reason to do so. When someone constantly looks for excuses to be near you, it's not by chance, it's because being around you makes them happy. They crave your presence, even if they don't openly admit it. Their actions speak louder than words, and every little effort to stay close is proof that you're always on their mind. 6. He gets jealous when you talk about other guys. When someone has feelings for you and can't stop thinking about you, jealousy naturally creeps in when you mention other guys. Even if they try to hide it, their reactions give them away. Their tone might change, they may go quiet for a moment, or they might jokingly tease you about the guy you mentioned. But deep down, it bothers them. They don't like the thought of you giving attention to someone else because, in their mind, they want to be the one who holds that special place in your life. Sometimes, they might try to brush it off, pretending it doesn't matter, but their body language tells a different story. Maybe they cross their arms, avoid eye contact, or suddenly shift the conversation. Other times, they might start comparing themselves to the person you're talking about, subtly trying to show you that they're the better option. They could even ask unnecessary questions about the guy, just to gauge how serious your interest is. If they are more expressive, they might openly question why you're spending time with that person, or jokingly warn you to be careful, but underneath, there's a hint of real concern. They might also try to change the subject quickly, or suddenly bring up another girl to see if you react the same way. Jealousy is a strong sign that someone cares more than they're willing to admit. It's not just about possessiveness, it's about the fear of losing the chance to be close to you. Even if they don't say it out loud, their subtle or not so subtle jealousy shows just how much you mean to them. 7. He smiles a lot when he's with you. When someone can't stop thinking about you, their happiness naturally shows when they're around you. One of the biggest signs is how often they smile in your presence. It's not just a polite or casual smile. It's genuine, effortless, and sometimes even uncontrollable. Their face lights up the moment they see you, and even during conversations, they can't help but grin, even at the simplest things you say. Their smiles aren't just about humor or politeness. They're a reflection of the joy they feel when they're with you. Even in serious conversations, there's a softness in their expression, as if just being near you is enough to make them happy. Sometimes, they might even smile to themselves when you're not looking, lost in a moment of admiration. It's the kind of smile that lingers, the one that doesn't fade immediately after the joke ends. You might also notice that their smile appears even when they're nervous or shy around you. If they have feelings for you, they might fidget, look away, or laugh at things that aren't even that funny, just because they're excited to be in your company. Their energy shifts whenever you're near, and that glowing, constant smile is a sign that being with you is their favorite part of the day. A genuine smile is hard to fake, and if someone always seems happier, lighter, and more relaxed around you, it's a clear indication that you have a special place in their thoughts and heart. Even when words are unspoken, their smile speaks volumes about how much you mean to them. 8. He reacts quickly to your messages. When someone can't stop thinking about you, they are always eager to talk to you, and one of the biggest signs is how quickly they respond to your messages. No matter how busy they are, they make sure to reply as soon as they see your name pop up on their screen. It's not just about being polite, it's because they genuinely enjoy talking to you and don't want to keep you waiting. You might notice that even if they usually take time to reply to others, their responses to you are almost instant. They don't leave you on read for long, and if they do, they might apologize later or give an excuse for the delay. It's because they value their conversations with you and don't want you to feel ignored. Sometimes they might even double text if you don't reply fast enough, just to keep the conversation going. Their excitement shows in the way they engage with your messages. Instead of dry, one-word replies, they ask follow-up questions, send emojis, or continue the conversation with genuine interest. If they respond quickly, even late at night, or during their busy hours, it's a sign that you're always on their mind. Quick replies aren't just about availability, they reveal priority. When someone consistently puts effort into responding to you fast, it means they see you as someone important. It's their way of showing that they appreciate your presence in their life and don't want to miss any chance to talk to you. 9. He shares songs, memes, or quotes that remind him of you. When someone can't stop thinking about you, they start seeing little reminders of you everywhere, whether it's in a song, a meme, or a quote. Instead of keeping these moments to themselves, they share them with you as a way of expressing their feelings without directly saying it. Every time they send you a song, it's not just random, it's because the lyrics, the melody, or the emotions remind them of you or something you've talked about before. They might casually say, "This song gave me your vibe," or "Listen to this, I think you'll love it." But deep down, it's their way of showing that you're always on their mind. Memes are another playful way they stay connected with you. If they frequently tag you in funny posts or send memes related to your inside jokes, it means they want to make you smile and keep the conversation going. It's not just about humor, it's about creating shared moments and letting you know they're thinking about you, even when you're not talking. Quotes, especially deep or romantic ones, are a subtle yet meaningful sign. If they send you a quote about love, connection, or missing someone, it could be their indirect way of hinting at their feelings. Sometimes, they might not even send it directly, but post it on their stories, hoping you'll see it and understand the hidden message. These small gestures may seem casual, but they hold deeper meaning. When someone constantly shares things that remind them of you, it's because you have a special place in their thoughts, and they want you to know, without having to say it outright. 10. He seems nervous or excited around you. When someone can't stop thinking about you, their emotions become obvious whenever they're around you. One of the biggest signs is how nervous or excited they get in your presence. Their energy shifts the moment you walk into the room. They might suddenly become fidgety, struggle to find the right words, or even laugh more than usual. It's not because they're uncomfortable, but because they care about how they appear in front of you and don't want to mess up. Nervousness shows in small, subtle ways. Maybe they avoid too much eye contact, play with their hands, or adjust their hair or clothes when talking to you. Their voice might change slightly, or they might stumble over their words because they're overthinking their every move. Sometimes, they even act a little awkward, like hesitating before saying something, or laughing at things that aren't that funny, just because they're trying to impress you. On the other hand, excitement is just as telling. If they get noticeably happy when they see you, their eyes light up, their tone becomes more cheerful, and they seem extra engaged in the conversation. They may talk faster, lean in when you speak, or ask lots of questions just to keep the interaction going. Their body language is open, and they may unconsciously mirror your actions, showing how much they're tuned into you. Whether it's nervousness or excitement, both emotions reveal the same thing. They are deeply affected by your presence. Their heart races a little faster around you, and their emotions become harder to control. If you notice someone acting differently, either extra shy or extra lively, it's a clear sign that you're on their mind more than they'd ever admit. 11. He supports you in everything you do. When someone can't stop thinking about you, they naturally want to see you succeed and be happy. One of the clearest signs is how much they support you in everything you do. Whether it's your career, hobbies, personal goals, or even small daily challenges, they are always there cheering you on. Their support isn't just empty words, it's backed by real actions that show they genuinely care about your happiness and progress. They celebrate your wins as if they're their own, whether it's a big achievement or a small milestone. If you get a promotion, start a new project, or simply accomplish something you've been working on, they make sure to acknowledge it and express their pride in you. Even if no one else notices, they do, and they make sure you feel valued and appreciated for your efforts. When things get tough, they don't disappear. Instead, they encourage you to keep going, offering advice, motivation, or simply a listening ear. If you doubt yourself, they remind you of your strengths and believe in you, even when you don't. They might offer to help in ways big or small, whether it's proofreading your work, helping with a task, or just sending a supportive message when you need it most. Their support also extends to your interests and passions. Even if they don't fully understand your hobbies, they show interest, ask questions, and remember things you've told them. They may even attend your events, try out something you love, or simply remind you how amazing you are at what you do. True support comes from a place of deep care and admiration. If someone consistently shows up for you, encourages you, and takes pride in your success, It's because you mean more to them than just a friend. They think about you all the time. 12. He notices little changes in your appearance. When someone can't stop thinking about you, they pay attention to even the smallest details, especially when it comes to your appearance. Unlike most people who might not notice subtle changes, this person picks up on things immediately. Whether it's a new hairstyle, a different way you did your makeup, a change in your outfit style, or even just wearing a new accessory, they notice and often mention it. They might say something like, "Did you do something different with your hair?" Or, "That color looks really good on you." These comments show that they are truly paying attention and appreciating the little things about you. It's not just about big transformations. It's about the tiny details that most people overlook. Even if you're wearing a different pair of earrings or trying a slightly different lip color, they pick up on it because they are constantly observing you. Their attention to detail isn't just a coincidence. When someone is genuinely interested in you, their mind naturally focuses on you, making them more aware of any small changes. They might even notice things before you point them out yourself. If they compliment you or seem fascinated by these little differences, it's because they admire you and enjoy seeing every version of you. Noticing small changes in your appearance is a subconscious way of showing that you are important to them. It means they are looking at you closely, appreciating your beauty in every form, and thinking about you even when you don't realize it.